If you've been hearing rumors about a $2,000 relief payment coming from the Canada Revenue Agency in February 2026, you need to stop everything and listen to what I'm about to tell you, because there is so much misinformation spreading right now that could cost you your money, your personal information, and even your safety. I'm going to give you the absolute truth about what's really happening with CRA payments this month, who is actually eligible, what the real amounts are, and most importantly, how to protect yourself from the scams that are targeting Canadians right now. Let me start by addressing the elephant in the room. There is no universal $2,000 relief payment being sent out by the Canada Revenue Agency to all Canadians in February 2026. I need you to hear that clearly. If you received a text message, an email, or saw a social media post claiming that everyone is getting $2,000 from CRA this month, that is false information. Now, before you click away thinking this video doesn't apply to you, stay with me, because there are real payments happening, there are real programs you might qualify for, and there are very real scams you need to know about. The confusion around this $2,000 figure is coming from several different sources, and scammers are taking advantage of this confusion to trick people. Let me break down what's actually true and what's completely fabricated. First, the Canada Revenue Agency does issue various benefit payments throughout the year, and February is indeed a payment month for several programs. The GST HST credit, the Canada Child Benefit, the Canada Workers Benefit, and several other provincial and federal programs do have payment dates in February. However, none of these programs are sending out a flat $2,000 payment to everyone. The GST HST credit for the 2025-2026 benefit year has specific payment dates, and if you're eligible, you would receive your payment automatically. The amount you receive depends on your family situation and your income from your tax return. A single person might receive a few $100s spread across the year, while a family with children might receive more. But again, this is not a lump sum $2,000 payment in February. The payment dates are predetermined, and if you're eligible, the money gets deposited directly into your bank account on file with CRA. You don't need to apply for it separately, you don't need to click on any links, and you certainly don't need to provide your banking information to anyone claiming to process your payment. Now, let's talk about where this $2,000 figure might actually be coming from. During the pandemic, many Canadians received emergency benefits like the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, which was $2,000 per month for eligible individuals. Some people also received the Canada Recovery Benefit and other similar programs. These programs have long since ended, and there are no current equivalents providing $2,000 per month or as a lump sum to all Canadians. However, the memory of these payments is still fresh in people's minds, and scammers are exploiting this by creating fake announcements that sound similar to what people remember from a few years ago. There's also confusion around tax refunds. February and March are peak times for Canadians to file their income tax returns for the previous year. If you're filing your 2025 tax return, you might indeed be entitled to a refund, and depending on your situation, that refund could be $2,000 or more. But this is your own money being returned to you because you overpaid taxes throughout the year, not a relief payment or benefit from the government. Your refund amount is unique to your situation and is calculated based on your income, deductions, and credits. The only way to receive your tax refund is to file your tax return properly through the CRA's official channels. Let me address another source of confusion. Some provinces have announced various relief payments or rebates for residents to help with the cost of living. Ontario, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and other provinces have at various times provided one-time payments to eligible residents. These are provincial programs, not federal CRA programs, and they have specific eligibility criteria. The amounts vary, and while some might be substantial, they're not universal $2,000 payments going to everyone in February 2026. If your province has announced a relief payment, you would receive official communication through legitimate government channels, not through random text messages or emails. Now, here's what you really need to be concerned about. Scammers have become incredibly sophisticated, and they're using the confusion around these various programs to steal from Canadians. The scams work like this. You receive a message, either by text, email, or even phone call, claiming to be from the Canada Revenue Agency. The message says you're entitled to a $2,000 payment, but you need to verify your information or claim your payment by clicking a link or calling a number. The message looks official, it might even have CRA logos, and it creates a sense of urgency by saying you only have a limited time to claim your money or that you'll miss the February payment deadline. If you click that link or call that number, you'll be taken to a fake website that looks exactly like the real CRA website, or you'll speak to someone pretending to be a CRA agent. They'll ask you for personal information, including your social insurance number, your banking information, your address, your date of birth, and other sensitive details. Once they have this information, they can steal your identity, drain your bank account, file fraudulent tax returns in your name, or use your information to commit other crimes. Some versions of the scam even ask you to pay a processing fee to receive your payment, which of course you'll never see again. The Canada Revenue Agency has issued multiple warnings about these scams, but people are still falling victim every single day. Here's what you need to know about how CRA actually communicates with Canadians. The CRA will never send you a text message with a link asking you to provide personal information. They will never ask you to verify your identity by clicking a link in an email. They will never call you and demand immediate payment by gift card, cryptocurrency, or wire transfer. They will never threaten you with arrest if you don't pay immediately, and they will never ask you to pay a fee to receive a benefit or refund that you're entitled to. If the CRA needs to contact you, they will typically send official correspondence through mail to your address on file. You can also access all your CRA information by logging into your My Account on the official CRA website, which you should navigate to directly by typing the address yourself, never by clicking a link in an email or text message. If you're unsure whether a communication is legitimate, you can call the CRA directly using the phone numbers listed on their official website, not numbers provided in suspicious messages. Let's talk about what payments you might actually be eligible for in February 2026. If you have children under 18, you should be receiving the Canada Child Benefit. The payment dates are set in advance, and the amount depends on your family income and the number of children you have. These payments are automatic if you've registered your children and filed your tax returns. You don't need to apply separately for each payment. If you're a low to moderate income individual or family, you might receive the GST HST credit. Again, this is automatic based on your tax return, and the amount varies based on your situation. If you're working and have a low income, you might be eligible for the Canada Workers Benefit. This is received either as a lump sum when you file your taxes or as advance payments throughout the year if you've applied for them. The maximum amount for a single person is around $1,500 per year, and for families it's higher, but this is spread across the year, not given as a single $2,000 payment in February. Some seniors might be receiving old age security or guaranteed income supplement payments. These have regular payment dates each month, and if you're eligible, you're already receiving them. There's no special additional $2,000 payment for seniors in February 2026 beyond the regular benefits you're already entitled to. If someone contacts you claiming you're getting extra money, be extremely suspicious. For people with disabilities, the disability tax credit and related benefits continue as usual. There's no new $2,000 payment specific to February 2026. If you're receiving CPP disability benefits, those continue on their regular schedule. Again, any message claiming you're getting extra money should be verified through official channels before you provide any information. Now, what should you do if you've already clicked on a suspicious link or provided information to someone claiming to be from CRA? First, don't panic, but do act quickly. If you provided banking information, contact your bank immediately and inform them that you may have been the victim of a scam. They can monitor your accounts for suspicious activity and may recommend freezing or changing your accounts. If you provided your social insurance number, contact the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre and report the incident. You should also contact Equifax and TransUnion, the two credit bureaus in Canada, and place a fraud alert on your credit file. Change your passwords for any online accounts, especially your My Account with CRA, your online banking, and your email. Enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. Monitor your bank statements and credit card statements closely for any unauthorized transactions. File your tax return as early as possible, because if a scammer has your information, they might try to file a fraudulent return in your name to steal your refund. If you file first, it makes it much harder for them to succeed. Report the scam to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, which is the central agency that collects information on fraud and identity theft. You can report online or by phone, and while they may not be able to recover your money, the information you provide helps them track scam patterns and warn other Canadians. You should also report it to your local police if you've lost money or if your identity has been stolen. Going forward, here's how to protect yourself. Be skeptical of any unsolicited communication claiming you're getting money from the government, especially if it requires you to take immediate action. Remember that legitimate government benefits are either automatic based on your tax return or require you to apply through official government websites, not through links in emails or texts. Always navigate to government websites by typing the address yourself. For CRA, that's canada.ca/CRA. Never click links in emails or texts, even if they look official. Understand that the CRA knows your banking information if you've set up direct deposit. They don't need you to verify it through a phone call or website link. They also already have your social insurance number, your address, and your date of birth from your tax returns. They would never ask you to confirm these things through insecure channels. If you're unsure about your benefit entitlements, log into My Account on the CRA website using your credentials. This will show you all your benefit information, payment dates, and amounts. You can also see any correspondence from CRA and your tax return status. Consider setting up direct deposit with CRA if you haven't already. This ensures your payments and refunds go directly to your bank account, and you can verify the deposits through your bank. It also means you won't be waiting for checks in the mail, which can sometimes be stolen or go missing. Talk to your family members, especially elderly relatives, about these scams. Seniors are often targeted because scammers assume they might be less tech-savvy or more trusting of authority. Make sure your loved ones know that CRA doesn't operate through text messages and threatening phone calls. If you're struggling financially and hoping that there might be some relief payment coming, I understand the disappointment of learning that the $2,000 payment isn't real, but there are legitimate resources available. Check whether you're receiving all the benefits you're entitled to by using the Benefits Finder tool on the canada.ca website. Make sure you file your tax return every year, even if you have no income, because many benefits are based on your tax return. If you haven't filed in previous years, you can still file those returns and potentially receive retroactive benefits. Look into provincial programs in your area. Many provinces offer additional benefits, rebates, or credits that you might qualify for. These vary by province, so check your provincial government website for information. Community organizations and nonprofit agencies often provide assistance with everything from food to housing to help with utility bills. If you're struggling, reach out to local resources. Many people don't realize how much help is available. The bottom line is this. There is no universal $2,000 relief payment from CRA in February 2026. If someone tells you there is, they're either misinformed or they're trying to scam you. The payments that are happening in February are the regular scheduled benefit payments that eligible Canadians receive based on their circumstances and tax returns. These vary widely in amount, and they're automatic if you're eligible. You never need to pay a fee to receive government benefits. You never need to verify your information through links in emails or texts, and you should never trust unsolicited communications claiming you're getting money. Protect yourself by staying informed, being skeptical, and using official government channels to check your benefit entitlements. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And if you're ever in doubt, don't click, don't call the number they provide, and don't give out your information. Instead, go directly to the official CRA website or call them using the number you find there yourself. Your financial security and your identity are worth the extra few minutes it takes to verify things properly. Stay safe out there, and make sure you share this information with anyone you know who might be vulnerable to these scams.